Welcome to this final section of your B2 Residential Remodeling Contractor Exam Prep course. In this lesson, we'll dive into realistic sample questions based on the B2 trade portion of your CSLB exam. As always, we won't just present answers, we'll walk through the reasoning behind each one so you build true understanding, not just memorization. This will help you face the test with confidence and pass on the first attempt. Let's start with a common topic, identifying when a project qualifies for a B2 license. Suppose the question is, which of the following residential projects qualifies under a B2 license? You're given 4 project descriptions, and one involves drywall installation, tile work in the bathroom, and replacing a light fixture. That's 3 separate trades: drywall, tile, and electrical fixture replacement. It meets the minimum threshold for a B2 job. Remember, a B2 contract must always involve 3 or more unrelated building trades under a single contract. This type of question tests your understanding of scope, not just memorization. Another likely scenario deals with trade limitations. You might see something like, a B2 contractor has been asked to install a new HVAC system with ductwork and return vents. What should they do? The correct response is that the B2 contractor must subcontract the work to a licensed HVAC C20 contractor. B2 contractors are not permitted to design or install full mechanical systems. While replacing return air grills or installing a pre-assembled fan falls within scope, full HVAC system design and duct routing does not. Misunderstanding this rule is one of the most common causes of CSLB violations under the B2 classification. Here's another example focused on plumbing. The question might be, which of the following plumbing tasks is within the B2 scope? One of the options will be something like replacing a toilet or faucet. That's the correct answer. If the answer choices include rerouting water supply lines, cutting into walls for pipe runs, or trenching for new drain lines, those are outside your scope unless you're also a C36 plumbing contractor. B2 contractors are permitted to replace fixtures only, not redesign or install full systems. These types of questions measure your ability to know when to perform work yourself and when to subcontract. You may also face questions related to construction safety standards. Imagine the following. Which of the following ladder safety practices is required under Cal/OSHA? One answer option correctly says that workers must maintain 3 points of contact when ascending or descending a ladder. That's right. Whether you're a licensed contractor or an employee, safety standards apply equally. For the exam and for your real-world job site compliance, know that failure to meet Cal/OSHA standards, even for common-sense rules like proper ladder usage or scaffold guardrails, can result in fines and violations. Another frequent topic is surface preparation and finishing. A question might be phrased like this: what must be done before applying new paint to a previously painted surface? You may see answer options like apply primer only, pressure wash, and paint immediately, or clean and sand the surface to ensure adhesion. The correct answer is to clean and sand the surface. This ensures proper adhesion of new coatings and prevents peeling, cracking, or bubbling later. As a B2 contractor, painting is often included in your project scope, and failing to prep surfaces correctly can void warranties or result in callbacks. There are also questions about flooring installation. Suppose the exam asks, what is the minimum acclimation period for laminate flooring before installation in a residential remodel? The correct answer is typically 48 hours, though manufacturers may vary. This type of question emphasizes best practices rather than raw code knowledge. Installing laminate, hardwood, or vinyl flooring without proper acclimation can cause expansion, buckling, or gapping after install, leading to unhappy customers and expensive redos. Next, let's touch on project sequencing. The exam may ask, when remodeling a kitchen, which trade should be scheduled first after demolition is complete? If the options are electrical rough-in, countertop templating, or finish painting, the correct answer is electrical rough-in. It comes before other finish work, since wires must be run through wall cavities before drywall or cabinets go up. Understanding the correct trade sequence is vital for staying on schedule and passing inspections, and it's a core competency for the B2 classification. Here's another topic CSLB likes to test: identifying load-bearing versus non-load-bearing elements. A sample question could ask, which of the following actions is outside the scope of a B2 license? One answer might involve removing a load-bearing wall. That's the right choice. B2 contractors cannot alter or modify structural components, period. Even if you have a licensed structural engineer design the change, you must hold a Class B license or subcontract that portion to someone who does. Understanding this distinction protects you from legal issues and costly project delays. Some questions might require interpretation of basic code-related concepts. For example, you could be asked, what is the purpose of a GFCI outlet in a bathroom remodel? If the answer options include overload protection, shock prevention, or energy savings, the correct answer is shock prevention. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults and shut off power to prevent electrocution. Understanding this shows your familiarity with basic code safety requirements, even if you're not doing full electrical design as a B2 contractor. Finally, let's consider a question on subcontractor coordination. You might see, who is ultimately responsible for ensuring subcontracted work complies with code? Answer choices may include the subcontractor, the client, the inspector, or the B2 contractor. The correct answer is the B2 contractor. Even when you hire properly licensed subcontractors, you are responsible for project quality, permit compliance, and meeting all applicable code requirements. This accountability is what makes the B2 license unique. It blends hands-on knowledge with the project management duties of a general contractor. As you study, think beyond memorization. These questions are designed to test your judgment, your grasp of scope, and your real-world understanding of construction best practices. The better you understand your limits and your responsibilities, the more prepared you'll be to run a safe, compliant, and professional remodeling business in California.